Yep, just a couple of Yankee Doodle dandies celebrating the 4th of July with our new Danish friends. Thank God you're here, because soon we're going to be celebrating July 4th in Denmark.
That's right. In one of our recent videos, you told us that we need to check out the Rebild Festival, which is actually the largest 4th of July celebration outside the United States, over in Jutland.
I don't know how we didn't know about this before, but thank you guys, your awesome YouTube community, for letting us know. What do you think it's going to be like?
I'm not sure, but we know we have to pack a couple things. I know that we need some nicer clothes because there's going to be a nice gala on Saturday night.
Yep, and the other best thing about Saturday is...
That's right, comes to Denmark.
Yeah, Danish National Football.
And then do you think this is going to be appropriate for the festival on Sunday?
That may be a little bit too much, but why don't we sleep on it?
Okay.
We have to get up early.
That alarm came quickly, but here we are, excited to start our trip. We grabbed our bags, boarded our train, and 4 hours later, here we were checking into our hotel, the Aalborghus in Aalborg, link in the description below. Our balcony had sweeping views of the city, and we were super excited to check it out.
So we started by exploring Aalborghus Slot, a fortified castle built in the 1500s by King Christian III. Today, it's part of the city's green spaces and a stone's throw from Toboplatz, Denmark's first musical fountain. The perfect place to reflect on July 4th.
So for me, 4th of July was almost always celebrated at my family's camp or summer house up on a lake north of Syracuse where I grew up. It was actually a lot of fun because my entire mom's side of the family would come together and we would actually celebrate the 4th of July by making a traditional Tyrolean meal. We'd make polenta on the lake. It was always a super fun time and there would always be all kinds of fireworks lit off across the lake. So while we would mix polenta in a cookout, it kind of shows how immigrant traditions in the U.S. can even take part on something like the 4th of July, where the meal that my grandparents brought over from Tyrol is part of our 4th of July weekend celebrations every year.
When I was a little kid, we always spent 4th of July the same way. My uncle had an in-ground pool, so of course me, all of my cousins, my aunts and uncles, we all got together at his place for a traditional American backyard barbecue. And it was especially nice because he had a pool, so we could go swimming all day. As I got a little bit older, things changed, and I, on my own as an adult, or a young adult I guess, decided to spend most of my 4th of July celebrations at the beach. So I would go down to the beach like a lot of Americans do for July 4th, and we would sometimes have a barbecue there, but it would be spent relaxing on the beach, partying at night, and all day, and it was a good time. So I always did that with my friends once I was able to choose what I did on my own for 4th of July. And of course, my hometown of Philadelphia is where the very first July 4th celebration happened, because that's where on July 4th, 1776, America signed the Declaration of Independence, and we have this holiday now. Then we continued walking along the Limfjord to enjoy a bit of Aalborg's waterfront with the locals.
Aalborg has always been a strategic location given that it's here at the narrowest point of the Limfjord. Its heyday was probably in the 1700s, as it was the second biggest city in all of Denmark, and it was primarily driven by the connection with trade with Norway. After Norway left the Danish realm, the city's growth stalled, but today it's the 4th largest Danish city and a vibrant university town. We were warned to avoid Jomfru Ane, which is perhaps Denmark's most notorious party street. Do you think we listened?
Okay, so we've gotten to explore the city of Aalborg a little bit. We talked about what we did growing up watching 4th of July, and now we're enjoying a drink on most likely Denmark's most notorious party street in the entire country. So after these experiences, we're gonna go and do our first event celebrating 4th of July as Americans in Denmark with the gala tonight for the Rebild Festival. So it's over at our hotel. We're gonna head over there shortly and get changed and ready for the gala and get started with the 4th of July weekend. Mike, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to what?
The gala.
Let's go. Of course, there was business to tend to before the gala. We had to watch Denmark beat Czech Republic in the quarterfinal of the Euro. There's no better way to meet new friends, but we didn't want to be creepy and film them at the event, so just trust us, the food was delicious, the music was really good, and we capped off the evening with an awesome fireworks display. By the end of the night, we were exhausted and a little buzzed. ready for an early morning. Morning, everybody. It's 4th of July, and we are feeling independent and rebellious, and we're ready to go to the picnic at Rebild. Last night we went to the gala. It was a lot of fun. It ended with fireworks, as you saw, and we met a lot of really great people, Danes, Americans, and just everybody who is hopefully going to be celebrating with us later today. So let's go check it out.
But before we went to Rebild, we attended a wreath-laying ceremony at Almen Kirkegård behind Ansgarskirken. The ceremony takes place in a grotto dedicated to the soldiers who died in World War II. The ceremony was a poignant reminder of the deep connection between the U.S. and Denmark. 2021 actually marks 220 years since Denmark first recognized the United States in 1801, and Danish and American troops have repeatedly stood side by side. Perhaps most starkly during the war in Afghanistan, where Denmark suffered the highest losses per capita of all coalition partners. After appropriate reflection to remember those who helped ensure that festivals like today's can still take place, we left Aalborg for Rebild. The Rebild Festival is located about 30 minutes south of Aalborg in Rebildbakke, a set of hills within the larger Rødskov forest. So we finally made it to Rebildbakken, and you're probably wondering, why are we here in the first place? Well, it all dates back to the early 1900s. With so many Danes that emigrated to the United States, there were a number of them that wanted to come up with associations to maintain connections between the new country in the United States and the old country of Denmark. One of them is the Rebild National Park Society. In 1911, they decided that they wanted to set up a permanent home here in the Rebild Hills, and so they bought land here, and on July 4th, 1912, the first Rebild Festival began. The first festival was well attended, including even King Christian X in attendance. The festival was intended to serve as a homecoming for Danes who emigrated to America. Over the years, the festival and the Rebild National Park Society grew together. Thousands would attend the annual 4th of July festival at Rebild, making it the largest 4th of July celebration outside the U.S. Today, the park is not only home to the annual festivals, but it's also a permanent marker of the friendship between these two countries.
After attending the gala and meeting many members of the society, we could feel the close bonds between the U.S. and Denmark. In truth, it's something we notice every day, as Danish friends and colleagues usually have a strong affinity for the U.S. We wanted to learn more about this connection, so we entered the Danish-American Heritage Center in Rebild. We were surprised to learn that per capita, Denmark had the fourth largest outward migration in Europe during the 1800s. 10% of the Danish population left for North America between 1850 and 1920. They left for a number of reasons. Some were Mormons fleeing persecution. Others were Danes suddenly caught living in Prussia after the Second Schleswig War. And many were farmers and workers that were just searching for better land or new opportunities after crop failure, recession, and some of the other traumatic events of the late 19th century. As immigrants ourselves, we thought about the difficult choice to move to a new country, and that odd feeling of both embracing a new home while still longing for the old familiar one. We're so glad that we visited the museum because it helped us put the entire celebration into context. It also made us feel at home as two more examples of Danish-American friendship. So we've seen fireworks, luncheons, the gala, but the main event is the 4th of July picnic, which is normally in the hills of Rebild. But this year, it's of course a little bit different, as are many public events, but we're just happy to be here.
The festival itself contains a standard mix of songs, speeches, and entertainment. It opened with the Danish and American national anthems, each sung with equal enthusiasm.
To look at the strong friendship among our peoples and the numerous Danish-American communities across the United States.
Since the U.S. has not named an ambassador to Denmark yet, the Chargé d'Affaires, Stuart Dwyer, gave remarks on behalf of the American government and relayed a message from President Biden.
Thank you for your continued commitment to this tradition and to the bonds that unite our nations. I send my best wishes for a happy and safe 4th of July. Sincerely, Joseph R. Biden, Jr.
Then we heard from Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen, who shared her own remarks from the Danish government.
Our countries are connected by values, history, and trade, and not least by a true friendship between our people.
Entertainment was provided from Aaron Didi Trio. RNDD was new for us, but we quickly learned why he's actually a multi-platinum Danish artist with a unique blend of soul and funk. And we also got to sing ourselves. We participated in a couple songs from the Danish culture canon.
The day had two keynote speeches. The first was in Danish from journalist Anders Agner Pedersen, and one was in English from Danish astronaut Andreas Mogensen, both of whom shared stories on their experiences as Danes living in America. And then we got a message from TV2 correspondent Jesper Steinmetz, who spoke from his roof deck in Washington, D.C.
Finally, the festival ended with the song Skål Gammel Venskab, a traditional Danish parting song to the tune of Auld Lang Syne. Despite several short rain showers and the venue being not quite as dramatic as the Rebild Hills, we truly loved the festival. With the gala, the fireworks, the festival, and our new friends, this weekend dedicated to Danish-American friendship felt truly special to us and is one of our most memorable July 4ths ever. Okay, Derek, so now that the event is over, what was your favorite part of the weekend?
My favorite part of the weekend was definitely the gala Saturday night. It just felt good to get dressed up and meet some new people that care about Danish-American cross-cultural connections as much as we do. It was really cool to meet people that have such a fond feeling about the relationship between our two countries. And of course the fireworks at the end.
Yeah, fireworks were stunning too. Yeah, I think it's really cool since we also have one foot in these two different countries. It was really neat to be around other people that have similar ties between the two.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite was actually the venue. The Rebild is just an absolutely beautiful place, and we're so excited to come back next year to see it when it's going to be in its normal home in the little valley between the hills. Stunning, stunning place. The walk down with the flags of the U.S. states was really cool. Beautiful scene, and can't wait to do it next year.
Yeah, if I could do anything differently, it would just be to spend more time, because there are more events than we realized, and a lot of other things to do, like the museum and the grounds and the trails and the forest. We didn't realize that until we got here.
No. So it's a really cool event. If you have an interest in kind of Danish-American ties, we highly recommend coming to this. It's just really nice people, really interesting things, and a really neat tradition that I think is really fun to support and keep carrying on with the next generations.
Yep. So if you're an American living in Denmark today, or if you're a Danish-American living in America, hopefully we'll see you here next year, because I know we'll be back.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed coming along for our trip to see how Denmark celebrates July 4th. I have to admit, we were a little bit unsure of what we would find when something so special as 4th of July would be celebrated by our new adopted country of Denmark. But this was such an amazing weekend. So thank you to everybody who made it possible. And if you enjoyed watching this, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more content just like this, and hit the bell for notifications every time we drop a video so that you can be the first one to watch it. Thanks, guys.
Hi.